On a stormy night, there's nothing better than sitting down with a hot cup of coffee and snuggling up with a murder mystery. If that's what you're looking for from Manhunt 2, then you're in for a sobering surprise. There might be some hot coffee hidden in it somewhere, but snuggling is not something that it does well. At least, there is a mystery and murder. Lots of murder. Manhunt 2 severs its ties with the previous game's tale. This time around, you take on the role of Danny Lamb, who's been rotting in an insane asylum for the last 6 years. One night, a spotty memory and some electrical difficulties allow for him to escape along with the mysterious Leo Casper, and try to piece together what led him to the brink of the abyss. After retiring male nurses and excrement-flinging psychos, Danny is back on track to piece his life together, while hunters from an equally mysterious secret organization try to track him down and end him. This time, you're the focus of the manhunt, as you scour rent-by-the-hour hotels and brave gang-ridden streets for answers.
This is not important, it's a distraction.
I want my past back. This is all I have to go on.
The past doesn't matter, let it go!
While not as coarse as the first game, Manhunt 2 packs a more provoking quest for answers. The crisscross of paranoia and mystery may be less primal than pure survival, but it's no less human. And while overt psychosexual scars on the game may be wince-inducing, you can't help but look.
Don't go!
Danny Lamb could be a real estate agent, albeit not a very good one. While the adventure starts in a hospital filled with syringes, crazies, and tutorials, soon enough, Danny Boy is strutting around abandoned homes, deviant sex clubs, porno theaters, and gang-run streets. And each area is patrolled by hunters, sometimes from the Mystery Company, other times by street punks, or even the Boys in Blue. Being a stealth game, the areas are filled with shadows to hide in, normal everyday objects to turn into murder instruments, and environmental hazards to use to your own advantage. Each of these locations fills a chapter, broken down with various checkpoints and cutscenes. The pause menu displays your current objectives, but it almost always boils down to clearing the area or getting to an exit. Occasionally, you'll have to solve a puzzle or hunt down an item, but these instances are rare.
Michael? Where are we?
All units into position. Terminate both targets. Repeat, both targets.
What? Not both targets, not me, you fucking assholes!
Later in the game, guns are introduced in flashback segments, breaking up the sneaking for a bit. In present day, guns can be used Rambo style for popping heads or discreetly finishing the job. Best of all, it comes in right when one more extended stalking session would be too much. From Snake's gentle neck snap to Tenchu's bloody showers, stealth kills are extremely satisfying, and a payoff for patience. Creeping through the shadows, being careful not to make too much noise, and darting back as your radar shows your would-be victim turn around is exhilarating. But finally getting behind him to shove a syringe into his neck is the real payoff. Or it would be. The infamous execution kills have been declawed, with weird graphic filters shrouding the gore. On the Wii version, you plunge the Wiimote or nunchuck in a particular manner to mirror the mayhem on screen. One person's disgusting is another person's awesome, and this is definitely the case here. You can charge your silent kills, giving your victim more time to notice you, but you're rewarded with an extended killing scene, if you can pull one off. But the reward just doesn't feel worth it. It's obscure, and with this being the core novelty of the game, we'd like to see it in its entire gory splendor. Even with the weapon variations and one-shot location executions, it's just not as much fun waiting for the perfect kill anymore. At the same time, you can't really afford not to be stealthy. While combat is fair when it's one-on-one, facing more than two enemies is certain death. There's some fun weapons to swing, and on the Wii, throwing punches is akin to Wii boxing, but it's certainly not the way to play through the game, with lots of cheap shots and random stun times falling on both sides. The gun combat is pretty average though. Again, on the Wii it plays like the recent Resident Evil 4 port, with the cursor acting as the reticle. While you can walk and shoot at the same time, aiming seems touchy with poor feedback. The cursor can sometimes lock on for a guaranteed headshot, but it's oddly picky when it will happen. The sound design remains great, with cartilage popping and vital fluid spews sneaking past the ears of would-be censors. The cutscene voice acting is good and keeps the plot going. The already mentioned executions leave much, if not all, to the imagination. That's what we have books for. It's like watching scrambled porn. The in-game graphics do their job, despite character models looking like their heads are glued on. But again, there's a weird visual filter at work, making it seem like you're playing on a TV worse than you actually own. Manhunt 2 is an average stealth game with an extreme gimmick. The story's what the hell happened scenario mixed with the weird characters and scenes is enough to keep you shuffling along. But it quickly feels like busy work, when it should feel like, well, murder. Searching for redeeming social value from this game is basically a lost cause, and with all the brutality censored, there's not much for closet miscreants to enjoy.